What's up, ladies and germs? Alex here with another video. Today, guys, we're going to talk about something kind of cool. How to make $10,000 a month running a service business remotely, which is how I've been living the last few years. I'm going to tell you a quick little story of how it came to be. So, I started my junk removal company with a little small pickup truck. Actually, it was a Ford Explorer technically, so it was like an SUV. And it was my grandpa's SUV. He let me borrow it for a while and then got a little wooden trailer attached to it. The junkiest looking thing you've ever seen. It was so bad. It was embarrassing. I'd pull up to customers' houses and the Ford Explorer would be like coughing up and it sounded like it was ready to die on the spot. And these customers were like, "What is that little small dick trailer?" Like, like, "It's tiny. What is that?" And they would laugh. And at the time, I was, embarrassed, obviously. And I was like, just keep doing it, Alex. Try to forget what they said and keep doing it. So we did a good job. And the customers were like, "Hey, you guys did good." Even though the trailer was, I have a picture of it. I'm going to post it eventually. But, anyways, did one job, two jobs, three jobs, four jobs. And then I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. I'm liking this blue collar kind of work. Even though I had a college degree, I was always more of a hands-on blue collar kind of guy. And we got our first big job. It was a farm clean out. And I went there to do the estimate. I talk about this in detail in my book, A Dark Path to Light. It's gets into detail about this job, the farm job. And I remember getting there and I was excited but overwhelmed because I'm like, how do I even quote this? There's so much crap here. And I was like, 6,000. And Brownfield is his name, Mr. Brownfield, real estate guy, agricultural real estate guy. He emails the next day and he's like, "You got the job, when can you start?" And that's how it started. And I should have charged way more now, knowing what I know now in the industry, but it was good to give me that momentum. That was the momentum, that one particular job. And then I saved my money, and then eventually I got a, Dodge Ram truck, and then a little bit fancier trailer. But still, I should have, with what I know now, I should have gotten nicer trucks from the get-go. But I was broke at the time, couldn't do anything like that. So worked my way up, got two trucks, two trailers then, and then eventually an Isuzu truck, brand new, really fancy, nice Isuzu truck, nice banners on there, two Isuzu trucks and three. And eventually got to a point a couple of years ago where we were doing like 10 houses a day, so over 300-400 houses some months on a crazy busy month. So what started off as just like, a little hobby for making money, and then I kind of stuck with it and made more money. And then the best part of it was when I got to a point where I was hands off the truck. I was no longer picking up the junk. And I was just, working from like coffee shop, and I was working from the park, riding my bike, or even at my home. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, I always thought as the owner, I have to be doing the physical work. And boy, was I wrong. You can't do everything yourself. And I learned that the hard way, physically destroying my body, a lot of aches and pains and loose bones popping everywhere. But I did probably close to 5,000-6,000 house cleanouts. So I did quite a bit. And I feel it now. I'm starting to feel it now. But anyways, so here's the thing. The video topic is how to make $10,000 a month, right? In this case, it's going to be with a service business, running it remotely. Because I was running this business that's in Illinois. I was running it from a tropical island for a couple of years. And I always wanted to do that. During COVID, I just was like so burnt out, and just the world was like ending. And I'm like, I'm like, I always had this poster in my office of palm trees on a beach. And I said, "Alex, what are you doing, man? You've been working like a dog all these years, 60, 70 hours a week, till 10 o'clock at night, up at 5:30 in the morning, and then calls all day and texts all day." And I was doing the blue collar part of the business and the white collar. So I saw this poster. I'm like, I'm going to die of a heart attack if I don't chill out. So I'm like, let me see if I could run this remotely for a little bit from a different country. And I did it for 3 years. Will I continue to do it more in the future? Probably, but I'm back in town now for a bit, and checking on the guys and seeing what I want to do as far as if I want to grow it or maybe start another business. I got a couple of things in my mind I want to look into for the future. Anyways, so let's get to the good part. If you want to make $10,000 a month with a service business, let's not do the running remotely part yet. That'll be later on. Let's get to the $10,000 a month part first. So if you got a pen handy, paper, if you're recording this, whatever, start taking these notes. This is how we're going to do it. Before anything else, you need, number one is the most important part, excitement. You need excitement. This right here is going to get you to the 10,000. So whatever you pick, whether it's a house cleaning business, a junk removal business, and by the way, I also do teach this as well. I've had people reach out to me wanting to learn this, so I do hourly consults as well, and then you could email me if you're interested in that. But before, that's like I said, if you really want to get into it and be serious with it, I offer that if you guys do need help with that. But here's what you need first. Number one is excitement. So whatever you're going to get into, make sure you're excited. You got to have fun doing this. If you are not having fun doing this, it's going to seem like just like a crappy job, and that's not what this is about, man. We're here to make money, but also have fun. Okay? You got to do both. The double bottom line. Make money, have fun. Also giving value to your customers as well. So technically triple bottom line. You have to bring value to the world as well. Okay, excitement. Well, what's next? Number two. Pick a service that you could start generally quickly, okay? House cleaning, junk removal, a moving business, you could do these, right? You could find talent pretty quickly online on Indeed. I like house cleaning a lot to start because it's very low barrier to entry. You don't need all these crazy tools or equipment or big truck. It's pretty simple, okay? Okay, that's number two. Number three, okay? Number three, you need to build a solid website with SEO. Now, if you're just starting off, just to start off, I would recommend going on GoDaddy and just start a basic website just to start, okay? Have a nice presence. Don't be cheap on creating your logo. Get a nice logo, get a nice SEO-rich domain name, right? Maybe the city that you're in plus your industry you're in. I don't know, let's say St. Louis housecleaners.com or Denver plumbers, something like that. You want to mix the city you're in plus what you're doing for the business. If you can mix that in the domain, you're golden, okay? Then you're going to want to sign up for Google local search ads and Google AdWords. These are two different things, but same purpose. They're sending you leads, okay? Obviously, once you get your insurance and all this and your LLC all figured out, you're going to start going to this route. Now, once you're at this point, okay, this is where the fun happens. You start getting phone calls. What I would recommend in the beginning, just in the beginning, is you want to be about 10 to 15% cheaper than anybody else in town. Here's why. Get your feet wet, throw yourself out there, okay? Experiment. This is a real life education experiment, right? Do the jobs for cheap, get the jobs done, do a good job, go above and beyond, start getting the reviews coming in. Immediately, after every job, have the employees provide a link to the customer saying, if you guys could write us a quick 5-star or a quick review, hopefully if they did a good job, they'll do a 5-star review. If you guys could write us a quick review really quick before we head out, we would appreciate it. We would love it so much. One thing I messed up was I was the one always asking the customers after each job. But this is something the employees should be doing as well, is after each job, bam, systematize it. Review link, review link, review link. Once the reviews start rolling in, the calls will start coming in. But you have to get those reviews immediately. This is where the momentum starts to kick off, okay? Now you got your reviews, got some calls coming in, some money's coming in. What I would recommend, and this is, I do things very aggressive and ultra risk. 50%, half of the income that's coming in, half. Pretend that half is not there. Just put it off to the side. Take that 50% and pump that back into Google ads and more Facebook ads and Yelp ads, and just keep pumping it out. You're not going to get, I don't want you to get rich. You're not going to get rich, and I don't want you to get rich in the beginning. Okay? I want you to feed the monster, which is your business. So whatever income starts coming in from your business, take half, pretend that didn't come in. Pump that back into more Facebook ads, Google ads, Yelp ads. Okay? So, how do we get to $10,000 a month? Okay? So, in order to get to $10,000 in 30 days, you got to make $333 a day. Very doable. Very, very doable. If you apply those steps that I mentioned before. Okay? And to really get things kick-started as well, you're going to want your customers to specifically, after you're done with the job and you did a great job, have a review, but also have them take a picture of your work truck or your logo or your business card, ask them if they can do this, and then offer, say, hey, we're offering once a month, we're going to do a raffle and pick one lucky customer to win a $100 gift card to the business of your choice in your town. Okay? You are going to go to all the local restaurants in your town and bars, and you're going to tell them, hey, I would like to buy $100 vouchers, gift cards for customers, because here's what we're doing, right? And you always want to talk to the business owner specifically when you're doing this. And that way you give them your card as well with a 10% off coupon. And you always want to pick different restaurants as well. You want to be buddies with all these business owners here in town, because that's going to help open the floodgates and get you more customers as well. So what I want you to do is this, okay? You're not going to, well, depending on how serious you take this, you might get to it in the first month. But what I want you to do is, once your business is live on the internet and calls start rolling in, I want you specifically to write in your calendar on your phone, on your iPhone, on your Droid, whatever, or even if you want to write it down, where you're at after the first 30 days in sales. Okay? I want you to do that. And then get back to me in the comments here on YouTube or whatever. Even online, you can send me an email as well. And let's see where you're at. If you have a couple $100, just stop what you're doing, because you're not into what you're doing. Either it's a mixture of lazy, you're just not into it, or you're just not taking it serious. This is very possible. The only way this is not going to be possible is if you're in a town of like couple hundred people. You might not be able to pull this off then, you know, but you got to be in a decent sized town or city or area or driving distance. So do these step by step, and you should be in good shape. Indeed.com, Facebook groups especially, that's where you get a lot of the business and the good employees as well. But guys, I'm going to end it with this as well. The most important part of getting to $10,000 a month is you have to get good employees. This is the number one thing in my opinion. But also number two, you have to treat your employees really well too. Okay? I've had employees now for over 6 or 7 years, and these guys are like my family at this point. Okay? I'm not just like your regular boss. I just doesn't give a shit about the employees. Those employees make you where you're at financially and who you are. So you got to treat them. You got to treat them good. You know, talk to them as well, and just treat them like, you know, just treat them good financially as well. Give them, you know, pay them well, and just make sure they're in a good work environment as well. You want them to have fun as well. If they're making money, they're having fun, the business is just going to just do its thing. If you have any questions, guys, I hope this video was interesting. Leave a comment below. Maybe you are a service business owner, or if you'd like to start some kind of service business. If you have any questions, send a comment below or email, and I hope this helps you out. Guys, the way things are going right now in this country, I think more than ever, it's important to become an entrepreneur. So get started today.